It's time for the United Hearts Family Fest, Saturday, September 13th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Trinity Church on South 24th. Enjoy awesome music from local artist Liz Bentley and the Silver Bullets, an assortment of food and drinks, a beer and wine tent, quarter auctions, games, bounce houses, crafts, and tons of activities for the kids, or sign up for the cornhole tournament. Scan the QR code for discounted tickets or visit our Facebook page for more information. And don't miss out on the fun. Family Fest is sponsored by Peters Heating and Air Conditioning and Trinity Church.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Bill Machold. How are you?
Very good.
Good. So Bill, you are the assistant professor of music at Quincy University.
Yes, I direct the bands there, the marching band and symphonic band, and teach other classes.
And they are fantastic, I will say that, so kudos to you. You're also a member of the board for the Quincy Civic Music Association.
Yes.
Which is why we're here today.
Exactly.
All right, so Mr. Machold, let's talk about the events that you have coming up. So first, actually, let's touch on what the QCMA is.
So our mission, we're a nonprofit group, and our mission is to bring outside entertainment from around the world, essentially, mostly around the country, but sometimes we get international groups to come in and perform concerts in Quincy.
Okay.
Things that you know, of a quality and a level that you might not normally see in Quincy, that you might only see in bigger cities.
Sure.
Mostly from the classical and jazz realms.
Okay, so bringing those bigger acts to Quincy,
Right.
Facilitating, of course, the talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they're coming in, giving them a place to spotlight that. So we have quite a few events coming up that QCMA is bringing to the area. Mm-hmm. Can you start with the next one?
Okay, the first concert we have coming up is coming up very soon on Friday, September 19th.
Okay.
And that is the Junction Saxophone Quartet. They are from the East Coast, mainly centered around Pennsylvania. One of their members is a Quincy University alumnus that I happen to actually teach some classes to back in 1991, 92 or so.
Full circle.
So yeah, it is full circle for her. I don't think she's been back here probably since she left, I don't think.
Very cool.
So it's been 25, 30 years since she's been in Quincy. So she's looking forward to coming and bringing her group. They have performed all over the world. They performed at the International Saxophone conventions and things like that, but also all over the country. And so they're looking forward to coming. They're going to perform on campus at the QU Chapel. So that's September 19th at 7:30 p.m.
Okay, so before we move on to the next act coming in, how do people get tickets for this, or how do they learn more about kind of the schedule and what you all are doing?
You can go to our website, of course, quincycivicmusic.org. You can get tickets on there. We implemented last year an online ticketing system.
Oh, great.
So there's a QR code there or a link that you can click on and buy tickets just online, or you can get them at Hy-Vee, County Market, or Sturhan Jewelers, or you can buy them at the events themselves.
Okay, perfect. So you can get them at the door if you don't know.
And for the first concert, if you're interested in a season's ticket, tickets are $25 per show, but a season ticket is $90 for the whole season for 4 concerts, so it saves you 10%.
Save you money.
Right. You can actually buy the season ticket at the first concert as well.
Perfect.
So.
Okay, so let's talk about the remaining concerts then, if people are interested in a season ticket.
So we have 4 total events this season. So on November 8th, we're very excited to bring Michelle Kreider to Quincy. Michelle Kreider is a Quincy native who went on to become literally an international opera star. She lives in Europe and teaches at a university in, I believe it's in Austria, in Salzburg. And she does not get back to Quincy much. It's been a long time since she's performed here. So we're kind of partnering with Friends of the Performing Arts. They're honoring her on the Friday night, November 7th, and we're providing a concert of her performing on Saturday, November 8th.
Okay.
And that's at First Union Congregational
How
Church.
interesting.
So yeah, we're really excited to be able to bring her here for a performance like that.
The things I learn on here, Bill, I'm like, okay.
She's performed all over the world.
That's
international
incredible.
opera star, literally. So.
Well, now I'm going to have to do some Googling because this is pretty incredible that we have a very well-known and renowned opera singer from Quincy. Very, very cool. Okay, and then the next one?
Next one is in February. We're very excited to bring Canadian Brass. And they are from Canada, so they are an international group, but they are also very internationally known, very well known. They're a brass quintet, and again, probably if you consider brass quintets around the world, they are the premier group.
Cool.
So that's Wednesday, February 11th. at 7:30 p.m. at Baldwin Auditorium. Okay. And then our final concert, we're bringing the legendary Count Basie Jazz Orchestra to Quincy. They have been around since the 1930s. Count Basie passed away quite a while ago, but they continue the tradition and carry that on and still tour. So the Count Basie jazz style is very well known. I play in a jazz group, Big River Swing Machine. We're playing tomorrow night. I'll plug that. Tomorrow night at the State Street Theater, Big River Swing Machine, and you will certainly hear some Count Basie tunes.
That's very cool.
So we're bringing the Count Basie Jazz Orchestra to Quincy on Friday, May 1st.
Okay. So a host of events aimed at both music lovers and people who are looking to get a little more into it, right?
Sure,
yeah,
absolutely.
Very, very cool. And sounds like some pretty big, world-renowned
We went all
That's
out
incredible.
to really get big names. So we need Quincy to come out and support it. It is not cheap to bring these acts
Yeah.
here. And we don't rely solely on ticket sales. We have grants and donations and sponsors and things, but the ticket sales certainly help.
Yeah,
to
they
defray
help,
the
and we
cost.
want to
Right.
impress these performers that come in and show them a good
Exactly.
audience and people that respect, the
Right,
music
people that
industry.
love music and right.
Yeah, I
So-
love it. Well, kudos to QCMA. I think that music is always going to be incredibly important to our community,
Right.
and I love that we have focus on it. I would encourage people to go out and check it out. If you don't know anything about these groups, like I don't know a whole lot about them, but I'm going to do some Googling. And
Go on the website.
Yeah,
We've got
check
some
it
bios
out.
for the groups on the website.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can Google further than that. But,
For sure,
yeah.
for sure. Okay, one more time with the website.
QuincyCivicMusic.org.
Okay, and then tomorrow, actually it would be, is it today? So this airs tomorrow. Is that when you're swing, the Big River?
Big River Swing Machine, yes,
Okay.
on Wednesday
Okay.
at State Street Theater.
Wednesday, State Street. So today, hit up State Street Theater and go see Bill Machold there.
Sure.
Performing with his crew. Lots of good stuff. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for
Appreciate you
having
coming
me.
in. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. All right, coming up next, Britt B and Ash C and Coffee Talk. Stay tuned.
Utopia is now open every day from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and till 1 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Chill out with a craft cocktail or an ice-cold beer. And Utopia's got the latest gaming machines with big jackpots ready for you to win. Need the perfect spot for your next celebration? Utopia features a beautiful event venue, available now for parties, reunions, and private events. So come see what all the buzz is about. The drinks are cold, the space is hot, and Utopia is ready for you.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tea, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
And we're back. Now it's time for Coffee Talk with Ash C and
Britt B,
thanks to EFB, we get to
spill the tea.
Yeah. Okay, so today we have some community topics, some
Yeah.
fun topics. We got all kinds of stuff. So where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with, I don't know, we have a couple BFs that we are spotlighting.
Yeah, and not boyfriends and not best friends.
No, but we will talk about boyfriend at the end to
Yeah.
end this on a good note. A BF is a slang for a bitch fit.
Bitch fit.
So some of these, you know, I see both sides of everything. So, you know, I hate calling them that, but at the same time, in my eyes, they were very much that.
Yeah.
So let's start with the first one. We made a post. We reposted a fitness post. The reason why we reposted it was due to some technical difficulties. So that is why it was reposted to social media. And some people took umbrage with the fact that not all of the fitness facilities were included in this list. It was a list about 5 different places. Our intern, Annie Reller,
Yep.
who is from not around here, she's actually from California, decided to take on fitness while she was here, you know, and she was testing out different classes, and she was just amazed at how much of the variety of fitness that we have to offer here locally, that she took it upon herself to write a story. That's what we kind of encourage a lot of our young interns to do, is to just, you know, hit up things that interest them and submit writing pieces that way and exercise, you know, their journalism through special interests, and this was a special interest of her. Now, in most anything, like when we're making lists, there are always samplings. We could not possibly list off I'm pretty sure I looked at it, I counted like 30-something fitness places.
Really?
She boiled it down to 5, and each one was, you know, like I said, one was yoga, one was a weightlifting thing, one was a aerobics class, I believe.
All based on her experience.
Yes, and different things to offer. This wasn't a ratings thing by any means.
Sure.
But immediately we put this up, and I believe a fitness owner was very upset that his facility was not included in that. And I don't know if those numbers were organic or if they were organized. I did hear that somebody may or may not have put on their Snapchat, hey, go visit Muddy River News and tag Anytime Fitness in it. We have about 26 tags of it on the comments section.
Free advertising.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. I should probably charge you for every tag, because that's the other thing about this is, you know, if you do want something spotlighted or highlighted, we are a locally owned news source. We survive through advertisement sponsorships, especially from local businesses.
Right.
So if it is something, you know, that you want out there, we could do it that way. Also, in the future, we are planning on having a voting choice awards type thing. We'll get to that a little later. It's going to be like our 5-year anniversary thank you, contribution to the community. You do not have to be an advertiser, or we won't hunt you down for advertisement after you are nominated and or win this choice award.
Yeah.
But I just want you to know, and I want everyone to know that contributed to that post, that it was merely a sampling of something she liked to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't a ratings thing by any means.
It wasn't like Muddy River News said, go visit these and write on them.
Yeah, it was definitely, again, a sampling. And I think people in general need to know what samplings are, especially when we start doing these things. Like if we're highlighting anything, I don't know, say you decided to write something about different dance places. Of course you couldn't get every single dance place in there. We're going to choose a sampling. And I think that sampling comes from, trying to get a little bit of everything in.
Sure.
Sometimes it does come from sponsorships. None of those were sponsors.
I was going to say, I don't think any of those were.
Nope. We even actually, probably didn't include some of our sponsors in that one because she wasn't aware, whatever. It was a sampling that she chose to do. And I'm sorry that you took offense to it.
Yeah. It is, however, nice to know that you have so many supporters. So let's take that as a silver lining. Also, you did maybe get some free advertising on Muddy River News. Excellent amount of followers. So there you go. But yeah, sometimes it's maybe just make a phone call and be like, why wasn't this?
That's another thing too. A lot of these things could warrant phone calls, and maybe I don't know. I'm not sure.
We're pretty easy to talk to.
Yeah, or just shoot me a message on Messenger.
Yeah.
I'll get to you. We are busy.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. We have like 5 full-time employees here.
Yeah.
She was an intern. We're busy, man.
Yeah. It wasn't personal.
No.
Don't take it personally. But yeah, absolutely. Anytime Fitness had a lot of great followers and had a lot of great feedback. So there's the silver lining. I do think that.
Or it might not have been a good look too. Just saying.
I mean, it does kind of look like, hey, what about me?
Yeah.
But everybody has that right, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
So next BF.
Next BF, and this one kind of, I think it affects a lot of people. Anyone who has used 48th Street or needs to use it to get from here to there, A to B.
We had a letter to the editor.
Letter to the editor from someone who lives in the Willow Creek subdivision area, which, if you don't know, is right off. So if you're traveling north on 48th Street, it will be a left-hand turn, the only left-hand turn you can take before you get to the construction.
We'll put that picture up here right now so you can visualize it.
So Luke and I had a conversation not too long ago that, and I didn't witness this, but there was a police officer blocking that entrance, or maybe not blocking that entrance, which again is the only entrance to kind of circumvent the construction, and basically telling people that this is not a through street. And I take a couple issues with that. One, where are you supposed to go? You're not, I guess you can do a U-turn, but then you're going to have to use someone else's property or that anyway. And two, I was questioning if it's a public street that we pay as taxpayers, if we pay for that.
Okay, so we did try to like look this up and get the clear answer. We used, ChatGPT and some other resources.
Laura, who's our alderman. I didn't have time before this conversation came up, but yeah, that I do need to call her.
But it is a public street.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
As far as I know, it's a public street.
I don't think just the Willow Creek people's taxes are pooled together to just designate
that. It's not
for
like
that
an
area.
HOA or something.
No.
Okay.
But
her issue is, just to take it back a notch, her issue is that everyone that needs to get to John Wood or needs to get to, let's say, Walmart is taking the cut through Willow Creek from Harrison or from 48th to get around the construction.
Yes.
And it has caused safety concerns for the residents out there, namely the kids, and increased traffic, of course, which is to be expected, and a host of other issues that took place after bringing this issue to light, including the way she was addressed or the issue was addressed, that it was kind of nonchalant or disrespectful. I have lots of feelings on all of it, but let's start with, you brought up a good point, the Monroe Street.
yeah.
Monroe
Street construction.
Yeah.
So according to our ChatGPT, it said, no, this is not a through street, meaning like Willow. And of course it's not a through street that's in a neighborhood. They're saying, under our city ordinances, it was designed that Harrison be the through street. Well, right now we are in a state of construction. So I feel like it's very similar to the Monroe Street when Harrison was cut off for the bridge. Monroe Street on 24th Street east out is not a through street. That actually leads to a neighborhood.
Subdivision.
And then all those houses along that street as well, weren't really accustomed to that traffic. But they weathered the storm.
Right.
I think a lot of us, it's not in my backyard, but we weather the storm. I see her concerns, and I absolutely respect what she has to say about, protecting your children. That's first and foremost.
Absolutely.
The letter left it, though, with our children are not safe on our driveways. That kind of concerns me. I grew up on Harrison Street, which is the through street, the busy street.
Yeah.
Now, my driveway was on, the side street. But we played on our driveway. We played in our front yard on Harrison. I wasn't concerned with a car hitting me in my driveway or my yard,
I think it was being almost exaggerated to the point of trying to get attention to it, which I can understand that. I think I'll just quickly run through kind of my concerns.
Sure.
Okay, number one, I use that cut through. It doesn't save me any time, so I'll go ahead and say that. It doesn't save time. It's quite a pain in the ass. I've gotten lost a few times. It's very convoluted once you get back in there, okay? So it doesn't save time, so let that be a message to everybody using that. Just go down to 36th and go around. Number 2, the comment in the article, which may not have been intended to be read like this, was perceived by me to sound like, because we have these types of residents out here, it's more important for the city to take action on this issue that I have. Or maybe it wasn't the city, but she wants the residents and other people to take action because it is our doctors, our nurses, our firefighters out here. Let me go ahead and say, no resident deserves preferential treatment based on no residential area based on who those residents are. So I want to go ahead and mention that. I'm not saying that your people in that area aren't important, but their jobs hold no measure of how important they are. Okay?
Absolutely.
So I want to say that. Number 3, I have used it. I do not know if it's a public street. If it is, we do get to use it. You may not like it, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. That being said, neighborly goes both ways. If we're expecting these folks in this neighborhood to be neighborly and courteous and allow us to use these without throwing fits, right? Then we need to be courteous and uphold a level of safety when we're traveling through their neighborhoods.
Absolutely.
It is very important that we're safe. We keep these kids and these people safe. If we're using their neighborhoods and we don't belong out there, it doesn't matter if it's public or not. We owe them that courtesy.
Yes.
That's what we do as Quincyans. We deserve, they deserve, that's just how things are.
Yes.
Okay? I don't know exactly what the letter was calling for other than attention, which I do agree with her right to do that.
She did call for, this is our demands. We want speed bumps. We want signs that says, this is not directed as a through street. And they want this regardless even after construction, because they did say that, even before construction, just when it's like school time, and apparently there's school congestion out there.
Due to John Wood and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
I still haven't really seen it myself. But, and I'm at the Wilco all the time, man.
Yeah.
But,
I love it.
But, so she's saying, we want this regardless, even outside of the construction, because this is used regularly. They've lived there for years. This has been a problem for years.
Okay.
And I do think, you do have the right to go to your alderman and ask what this would cost. But then the question is, where does that stop? Like,
who pays for it? Well, for one,
what about your neighborhood?
If it's
what
private,
about my neighborhood?
Yeah. So if it's private and we're not allowed to use it, then do tax dollars go towards your speed bumps?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the one to answer that. But if it is private to your residents only, then yeah, I would say then it would be up to the private homeowners to put in those speed bumps. And if not, then yeah, like you're saying, where does it end? Because I live right off of Harrison and people fly through my subdivision all the time. Do I then get speed bumps? And
Yeah.
where does that end? Are we just putting speed bumps all over town to make everybody go slow?
I don't know. We probably should, because we do have a really bad speeding problem in this town.
Not the people I get behind.
I know, that's what
Holy
I was
crap.
thinking too. I'm like, I shouldn't say, I'm not the best myself, at times. It was somebody that pointed out to me, who isn't from here, but she's here now and she's a Quincyan, but she kind of pointed out, she goes, man, they speed in this town.
Well, I don't know who she's behind. But I guess in certain areas. So, and I have seen people fly through my neighborhood, and I've seen people fly through Willow Creek. I'm not saying that it's not warranted to bring this up, bring it to light. I'm just wondering how we combat it and what should be acceptable and what's not.
My other question on that, when it was first brought up, when you and Luke drove through and there was a police officer standing there, on whose dollar?
Well, obviously ours, because we pay their salary. So then I was curious.
It's how do I get one of those at the beginning of my neighborhood? I've got meth zombies everywhere.
Right? So it's kind of like a squeaky wheel, or I don't know, but it just seems that, no neighborhood deserves to be safer than another when it comes to people traveling through it. It's just, we should all be safe. That just goes without saying. Now, are you going to have offenders? Absolutely. But do we get to punish everyone? Me, if I can't drive through your neighborhood, if I'm being safe, for those jackasses who fly through there and put your kids in harm's way. But I think that she did the right thing by calling in the license plate of the offender.
Yes,
Okay,
that's-
so if you
yeah.
screw up, be prepared to get your name blasted out there.
Sure.
But then the other thing that happened after the fact was basically she's been blown off.
Yeah, that's
So
she
then-
went to a traffic
Yeah,
commission
commission
meeting.
So then where do we hold those folks accountable? Because even if it's not a public street and she has concerns, how do we get those addressed? What's the correct process? How do we do that? And even in that forum, maybe we could all learn some respect in how to be neighborly, because it seems like she didn't get the reaction that maybe that it's not even that she was expecting. It was just maybe like a respectful response. And though, we are paying those people to pay attention to these things. And then when she called in the license plate, somebody, and I don't know, again, this is just what the letter said, that somebody said basically, well, you're going to have that. No, you're not.
No, not if I keep calling them in.
No.
People will learn eventually that they
So
don't want to
maybe
be
we need
blasted.
maybe we need to have a segment that's like, learn to drive, idiot, and put up their license plate.
Oh, perfect.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So, if you do want some help, we'll help you.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're bringing light to this issue because it was brought to our attention. It's brought to my attention because I live out there. I'm not saying that, residents out there don't have a concern. Absolutely. You have a very well-founded concern. I guess my question comes into play is it technically a public street, even if it's not like a through street? If it is, unfortunately, we just have to all weather the storm together and be neighborly and be cautious.
This is road construction. It's not forever.
Yeah, it's temporary, so definitely appreciate the attention brought to it. I would say, please slow down. I mean, the last thing anybody, even if you are cutting through thinking you're going to save time, which again, you're not going to, just take 36, right? Just go down to...
Well, what about if you're like way on the east side of Harrison and you normally just shoot up 48th Street?
Yeah.
Are you really going to turn all the way?
You're not saving any time going through those neighborhoods. So even where I live...
Well, what if you know where you're going?
It's still not, you're still not. Clock it. Clock it. If I come out of my neighborhood and I take a right and go down and around and 36th and back up, I'm saving time.
Okay.
Trust me. Going back there and going the speed limit, you're not saving any time. You're probably tacking some on, especially if you're like me who takes a wrong turn. And I have friends who live back there, so I don't want to make it seem like this isn't a valid concern, because it very much is. And I want everybody to be safe, and I wish we didn't have to have detours, but we do. So I guess and we are trying to figure out if it's public or not, so we'll follow up on it.
Yeah.
But
Next, BF.
it's
a good one.
Okay, she is going to totally kill me if she hears about this. I don't think she watches, so let's see. Okay, so promposals, asking people to homecoming. Claire had a very sweet and unique experience last night, and I know it's not unique in that no one's ever done it before, but because it's my daughter, it's very unique, okay? So we all went to a JV football game because she's been talking to this guy, and I don't want to say dating because we know that's not cool anymore. And we just wanted to go watch him play. He plays JV football, and of course we're Blue Devils, so we wanted to go support. As we're there, the game has finished up. They won 47-7 against Notre Dame, which Notre Dame played. It's just senior high. It was just, they put on a whole show.
Well, that's,
They put on a whole show.
That's new these days.
Yeah,
I
know.
It
That's
used
Luke
to
and I
be
were
the
talking
other
about
way
that.
around.
So like from 86 to 2000 something, we didn't get. We sucked real bad. So kudos to QHS football team. It was a fun game to watch.
Awesome.
QND showed up, but anyway. So I said the victory was sweet, but the sweetest thing came after the game. A gal I went to high school with came up to me and said, "Hey, I hope this isn't too weird. My best friend's son is going to ask your daughter to homecoming on the field." Well, okay, yeah, this is very exciting, but immediately I was like, holy crap, the pressure of being the asker and the pressure of being Claire.
But he knew ahead of time that she was going to say yes, right?
I think he had an inkling, but I don't know if he was 100% certain.
I wonder if anyone's ever said no to a promposal.
See, that's what I'm saying. So then I was saying last night, whoa, the pressure. I'm so glad that he did it a very sweet way. If you want to check it out, go to my Instagram. It's so sweet. The pressure of doing that in front of not only your classmates, but an entire stadium of people, supporters, pretty
Ballsy.
It just took so much courage. Not only was I impressed, I was like proud to be there, but also it just started a whole new conversation of, okay, Claire, so now that he's done this, which she was, again, I don't want to embarrass you, Claire, but she was smiling from ear to ear and still probably is. It just made her feel very important, and I guess, it proved to her that he liked her. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I
then
think it's awesome that, on his behalf, that your daughter's not dating some chode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
like, seriously,
Yeah.
he
put the effort in.
Yes.
He did something that could have potentially gone very wrong.
The effort is the big thing.
The effort is huge. Not being scared to be put in that limelight.
Shows
right?
he's strong.
Yeah, right? And not super, I guess, impressionable by other people, what other people think. Okay? So then we get in the car and I'm like, so does he have to do, let's say you guys are dating or whatever you call it next year when the next dance comes around.
Not dating.
Whatever, you're not dating, whatever. Does he have to do this again? What do you think she said?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Bigger and better.
Basically has to one-up it. I'm like, oh, Luke's over here just throwing a fit. He's like, oh my God, how ridiculous. I can't believe you had these expectations, blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, yeah, you may not want to do it, but I know he would have done it.
Yeah.
Had we been dating, and he would have done it because.
Really?
I think he would have done it if everyone else were doing it. He wouldn't want me to be the girl who doesn't think I'm important enough to have this done.
Man, if it was backwards and Mike was doing, he would purposely not do it
Because he doesn't want to go with the expectation of this.
He would
is how it's
purposely say, I don't think that, and like we were discussing this earlier, when it comes to love, I'm going to say that for them, but relationships in general, they're hard enough as it is. To place social media like expectations on them kind of makes it not so real.
Yeah.
But that's not like, my daughter better have a freaking awesome one.
See, that's what I'm saying, because I go back and forth. Like, I don't want...
If she is left out, dang it.
See, here's my thing. I don't want social media to put these big expectations on us at all, but do I want to be the one that's left out of the expectation? No. Of course I want a giant promposal and the whole kit caboodle, right? And I think everybody does. However, that doesn't change the fact that I still don't like the expectations that social media puts on us.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like...
You know who started this? Heath Ledger.
Ooh, 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yep.
Yeah. That started my love for him.
Yeah,
so.
This was a thing before it was a thing. Man.
Yeah. But I do love the call for especially high school boys to get creative and get that courage.
Yes.
Because in these times, a lot of times it is like, oh, I'm not doing that. I don't want my boys to think this of me. Or, So I think it's
a good thing.
It's very, very cool, and seeing her reaction to it, and I could feel the happiness radiating off of her.
Real quick, what age is it when they start actually speaking to each other when they're dating? Instead of the whole, well, so-and-so said he likes you, and he would like to know.
I think that goes on forever. But
really?
So Claire, I don't know if by today's standards, she's 15. Luke and I are always like, we were dating. I mean, we were holding hands at the skating rink at like 12. Does that make me a? I don't know. I don't want to be like. But so her being 15 and just now kind of tiptoeing into these waters.
That's society also in general. Everything's later and later. That's kind
I
of
don't have a problem with that.
That's kind of a joke where it says millennials waiting for their grandparents to help with the grandkids.
Yeah.
Then they shoot over to like the skeleton.
Yeah, right? I don't know though, because my youngest, she already has quote unquote boyfriends, but it's just these boys in her class that.
I bet you she has a couple of them.
Well, she did at one point.
I mean, her mom did start at 12.
Listen, I'm saying. So I think it's everybody has their own timeline, but I will say the guy who asked her, we like him a lot. We got to meet his family last night. So it's, Luke already knew his dad. Long story short, we're all very happy and impressed and proud that this all took place. Not to put those expectations on everyone, but again, Luke, I'll be waiting for my promposal. I also told her
your anniversary
my
proposal?
anniversary proposal. I also told her that I would be a chaperone for the dance.
Oh, really?
She said, you know I wouldn't care.
Really? She probably would like it. I could see
Then
that.
I said, I doubled down, and I was like, what if I played all my music and made you dance with me? She's like, you know I wouldn't care. I'm like,
What if I wore a prom dress?
I just don't think she would care.
Oh.
Now my sister came on and said, what if I came with you? Because together we are double duty dorks.
Yeah.
So we would really.
So did she care then?
I didn't ask her yet. I'll have to ask her that tonight.
Well, these have been great BFs. That was
them.
that was
Yeah.
like the topping on
Yeah.
the Sunday. A good one.
Very, very good. And I think, of course, we want everybody to have fun. Homecoming season is coming up, and lots of community-based projects, parades, things that are happening.
Drive slow.
Drive slow, please.
Get fit for those prom outfits at all the local
I think they
gyms.
call it snatched. You want to
Oh, homecoming. Homecoming.
Yeah.
I said prom.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it
get
is.
snatched for homecoming.
Yep. Fit in those beautiful dresses. You don't have to ask people in a big, glorious way.
No.
But
Check out Anytime Fitness.
yeah,
I think that does it.
be safe through any subdivision you go through, especially mine in Willow Creek for now. No, I'm kidding. Be safe everywhere you go. Quincy residents deserve it, and we want to be respectful and neighborly. So on that note,
Coffee Talk. Check out this upcoming Monday, our Monday drop. We get to visit our EFB sponsors at their roastery in Palmyra.
Very cool.
It's going to be a great Monday drop, and thank you, as always, for giving us the speed to our conversation.
yeah, thanks for letting us spill the tea with the speed. EFB, check it out. The roastery is so cool. Seriously, we learned a lot. All right,
Yeah.
that does it for today's
Coffee Talk.